Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a at-home DIY hair dyeing tutorial type video. Not really a tutorial, I'm just going to show you how I do it. It's now this ready brownie colour. You can see it better on this side with the light. Gone to this from a washed out green fashion colour. You'll see that at the beginning of the tutorial. I used, let me find the right one, on my roots and sort of down to about here I used this. Let's see if we can get that. Put it on this side. This Nice and Easy, the foam one, in the medium brown, and then on the rest I used the Casting Creme Gloss L'Oreal, what number is this? The 565 in the berry red, and I just put this all through the mid-lengths and ends and just sort of rubbed it in so it blended in, so there wasn't a line, so it all blended through. And this is what it came out like. So we will get straight into the video. I started by just combing my hair through, and that's basically it, giving it a good brush and getting everything, all the knots out. I then mixed the brown hair dye together, and it didn't need a lot of mixing really because it's one of the foam ones, so it mixes as you're doing it. Then I had to find some gloves because the brown hair dye didn't have any gloves in it, so that was fun and games finding those, but luckily the other box did. So I put the gloves on and we got started. I started by just covering my roots with the brown. As you can see, just squeezing it on and rubbing it in, nothing too fancy, just trying to make sure I covered all of it. And then, as I usually do, I slopped it all over my arm. So yeah, I just kept sectioning off, and it was great because it just squeezes out like a foam, so it kind of goes where you want it to, really. So I just did that all over and rubbed it in. I wasn't too neat with it. I wasn't too bothered about getting it on the end, the lighter ends really, because they were going to get covered up anyway. So the more I got on, the more it was going to blend in. You see, just covering all the roots up. And then once I'd got it all over the roots, I just kept rubbing it in and adding extra bits on and rubbing it again, and to make sure they were all covered. I sort of was putting it on a bit like a shampoo, if you will, putting it on and then sort of just massaging it in to make sure it was covered right the way through, because obviously my hair's really thick, so I didn't want to miss anything out. And then I just popped some on my hand. At this point, used the brush just to make sure I'd got around all the edges, especially at the front. If I wear my hair up, I wanted to make sure it was all covered properly. And then I've finished my roots then, so I decided just to leave that for 5 minutes. So I just kept massaging it in, and Lee's come in here, so I was just chatting to Lee while I was waiting. But yeah, I just kept putting a little bit on if I could feel anywhere, and just massage it in for a few minutes before I did the red on the ends. So I twisted it up there, and then decided that the only wipes I had to hand were some toilet training wipes of Charlie's. So I just asked Lee to get one out so I didn't get them covered in hair dye, and there he is poking his head in. But yeah, I'll show you those later on, what I actually used. And there's my little helper again, mixing my second colour because I couldn't squeeze it all out of the tube with the gloves on. So we'll just give it a good mix, and then section off. I just sectioned it off into just 2, and just grabbed chunks really and squeezed it into my hand and rubbed it in, and just tried to massage it in as best I could. I wasn't too particular about the sections I took. I just grabbed a piece of hair and smothered it in the colour really, just make sure I just overlapped the brown I'd put on, so I didn't have any lines or anything, so everything was all blended in nicely. As you can see, I just covered it. I wasn't sort of shy about how much colour I put on. Yeah, I say there's, as you can see, no rhyme or reason really to any of the sections I picked up. I just wanted to get it on. Oh, and there I just slopped a load of it on the floor. But luckily we have a black carpet, so you can't see it, and I did manage to get most of it up. Oh yeah, here I'm just making sure it's all gonna blend in nicely. And I say I wasn't too fussed about getting any brown in the red and red in the brown because I wanted it all to blend in. I didn't really want you to be able to notice that there were 2 different colours on it. So that's why I just kept rubbing and rubbing and rubbing really to make sure that it was all mixed and blended together. Try and get rid of some of this with these. They are Asda Little Angels toilet training wipes. The fragrance-free ones, so I don't think they're going to do anything to my skin. But we'll see if these get them off. Let's hope it does. Let's have a go. Oh my god, they really do work. Just looking in the other mirror rather than in my viewfinder. Yeah. But Asda Little Angels toilet training wipes, 80p a pack, and you get 80 wipes. Does the job. So we will now leave it for 20 minutes, wash it off, and hope that the green is gone. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Let's tidy up the mess now. So that was everything I did. I left it on for about 25 minutes and then washed it off. I shampooed it twice and then put conditioner on it. I didn't use the conditioner that came with them because it's not really any different to any other, so I didn't bother using the conditioner that came with those. And I've got a lot of hair, so there's never usually enough. But I did buy, which I'm going to start using once a week, the Coco Loco coconut oil. This is the one from Aldi and it's $2.49 a jar, and I'm just going to start using this as like an oil when I've washed my hair. Just run a bit through the ends just to try and keep it in quite good condition because it's got quite a lot of colour on it now. So yeah, we're going to try that, and this is what it came out like. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe if you're new, and I will speak to you in my next video. Bye guys.